Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here with another 100% full game walkthrough for a game on Xbox Game Pass. Today we're playing a game called Rain on Your Parade, and I'll show you how to grab all the achievements in this game. It does seem to be coming to PlayStation down the road, and hopefully this video is also useful for all of the trophies. I'll take you through the game, and in order to grab all of the achievements, there will be about an hour and a half of gameplay with very limited skill involved. There were some difficult achievements, but I'll show you a really easy way on how to cheese them later on in the video. As well, there will be an achievement for idling your controller for 1 hour, so you'll need to plug it in and then just leave. So depending on how you count your time, you may want to factor that in as well. I'm going to start the game by pressing A here, and we'll just boot straight in. This is actually a pretty fun and unique game, and I actually recommend playing it for fun. We're going to be kind of going through it at a pretty rapid pace to get through as quickly as possible. As soon as you do load, you will get an achievement here just for loading up the game, which is pretty cool. And you'll even get some Xbox Game Pass quests. You can move your cloud around with the left stick, press A to start the game, and we'll be thrown into the level select menu. I will be skipping all cutscenes when possible, you know, just to save on time and because the story is not all that useful. Now, the thing I want to really talk about here is that we will be kind of skipping the majority of the levels. There's going to be a main objective that has a star on it, and then there are secondary objectives. We have to get through the game as quickly as possible because a lot of achievements are unlocked on New Game Plus. What that means is I'm going to be, in a lot of levels, I'm going to be doing the bare minimum, and then I'm going to be ending the level early just so we can get on with the game as quickly as possible. So here we have to soak the bride and the groom, and then there's a secondary for soaking all humans, which I'm going to ignore. We're going to soak the bride, we're going to soak the groom here, and once we are able to basically press start and then end the level, and we will be successful, we can then end the level and continue. There will be some levels we need to do, but for now we can move on to the second level, which is this parking lot. This is called Dumpster Fire, and our primary objective here is to just put out all the fires. So use your cloud to rain on anything that is on fire, starting with the dumpster in the back. Couple of cars, couple of boxes, and you're just pressing A to rain, and make sure you don't run out of water too early. And then once all the fire is put out, you can pause the game and end the level again and move on to the next level. Now here there's a split in the path. On the left there's a really cool Counter-Strike Easter egg, but we're actually going to go to the right and we're going to go to the beach level. And here's where we'll find our first collectible Fanboy. In this game, there are 16 Fanboys. They are a character that is holding a sign that says, "I love clouds," and they want to be rained on. We're gonna grab all 16 of these collectibles as we play. Additionally, for this level, we do want to avoid the sun. We do need both of the objectives so that we can unlock a cosmetic item. So we're gonna rain on everyone and make sure we avoid the sun. The I Love Clouds Fanboy is located right here in the back of the level, so make sure you rain on him. And then just rain on everyone else. There's a couple of people that are pretty well hidden, kind of lying down and stuff, but you should have more than enough water to get everyone here, and that should be done. When you end the level, you'll see that you unlocked some sunglasses in the bottom right corner. We're actually going to equip those as we will need them for something later. So skip the cutscene, and then what you can do is press basically back to customize your cloud. Go to Decor. Go to Accessories and then press right on the left stick and put the sunglasses on. Confirm that, and then we can now exit and go back to the level select menu. So I have equipped the sunglasses for later. I'll remind you just in case you need them. We can now go to this level, which is the garden, and all we want to do is just rain on every area that there is grass. This will grow a bunch of trees. Again, we are just trying to beat some of these levels as quickly as possible. You can also replenish your water using the fountain here. But if you do want to do all the extra objectives, I would highly recommend it. The game's a lot of fun, but for the purposes of this video, we're trying to get through it as quickly as possible. Once you are done growing a beautiful garden, you can end the level automatically, and then we can move on to this level, which is the school level. Once inside of the school, you can skip the little cutscene and then move up and to the right, in order to end up in the classroom. Go over this blue liquid here to turn yourself blue and add it to the chemistry set. Then in the other side of the room, you can find this yellow liquid and add that to the chemistry set as well. That will blow up the chemistry set. If you continue kind of working your way up and to the left, you'll enter the gymnasium with the art projects. There's a volcano here. Set off the volcano. Then what we can do is head down here. You'll see this classroom here with a teacher that is asleep. They have some Z's above their head. Wake them up. And now don't forget the Fanboy right here in the cafeteria. Rain on them to turn them blue. And then you can end the level. This next level, I'll show you what it looks like and how it works, but it's basically a high score level where you have a certain amount of time to get as many points as you want. We don't need to do these levels at all, so I'm just going to be ending the level right away. We're moving through this game pretty quickly. We will then move on to this level, which is the warehouse level. The warehouse level, all we need to do is go to the left and pick up this oil, and then just connect the fire and try to burn as much as you can here. So we're just going to try to light a fire to everything and destroy everything. In this game, you'll notice a lot of little Easter eggs like this Half-Life logo in the bottom left corner. There's a lot of like little clues like that, which makes it a lot of fun. I said there was a Counter-Strike kind of level earlier, and there's also a Metal Gear Solid level. There's references to the show The Office. I think a lot of people will enjoy some of those aspects of the game. Once you light enough of the warehouse, it'll automatically end the level, and then we can move on. There's a birthday party level and then a Metal Gear Solid level off to the left. You can enjoy those for your own time if you want, but for the purposes of the video, we're going to move forward to the farm. Once we're at the farm, we have to destroy the yellow wheat and corrode all the vehicles. First things first, let's grab the Fanboy off to the left near the scarecrow. Rain on them to make sure you grab them. And then what we can do is move to the top middle of the screen where you can find an acid spill near the river, become an acid cloud, and now move down into the middle and you'll find this set of crops right over here. And you'll want to just destroy all of these crops. Try to save your acid if you can, but it's not too important. Just destroy every single crop until you get that objective. And now what we need to do is destroy all of the vehicles. So destroy this thing in the back, destroy the actual tractor itself. Next to that, on the road here, there is a truck. Destroy that with corrosion. If we move up the road here, there is another tractor we can destroy with corrosion. And then back by the barn, there's another pickup, which we can also destroy with the acid cloud. Once we have both of our main objectives, just end the level as per usual. This next level is a little bit of a boss battle. We will have to clear this boss battle without getting hit, but not until later in the game. We'll have to do that in New Game Plus mode. I'll show you exactly how to do that. We'll have to replay this level, but for now, just reach the end of the level and make sure you don't get hit 4 times. As long as you get hit less than 4 times, you should be fine. The level itself isn't too hard, but there's a little bit of a trick to not get hit. I might get hit on my way here. I'm not 100% sure, but it's not really a big deal. I'm just going to try to make my way to the end of the level to get there as quickly as possible. So I did get hit there, not a big deal. But if we just kind of make our way over through here and then rain on this thing in the back, you are done your main objective, and then you can end the level and continue on. In this next level, it's basically just a new ability we'll unlock, and it is the Thunder ability. This will unlock an achievement for us as well. And all we can do now is we can use the B to break umbrellas. We can use the B to also break the printer and shock humans as well. That's pretty simple. With this new Thunder ability, we can now go back to the farm level we were just at, 2 levels down. So go to the farm level now. And once you're here, you can go to this little group of crops and water all of them to grow corn. Maybe you see where this is going already, maybe you don't. But grow the corn, and then once you grow the corn, you can lightning strike it to make popcorn. So it's lightning strike as much of the corn as you can until you have enough popcorn to complete the objective and unlock the popcorn yum achievement. We can then end the level and we'll continue on. We'll now end up at this level. This is a night level. I'm not exactly sure what it's called. I think it's called the Spoopy Forest. But this will unlock another achievement for wearing your sunglasses at night. We earned our sunglasses on the beach level by doing all of the objectives and then equip them through the equip menu. And as soon as you load in, you will get the sunglasses at night achievement. So what we'll need to do is rain on everyone here. We'll be practicing our thunder ability. So you'll need to use your thunder ability to get the umbrellas off and scare people from undercover. And as soon as you are done that, you can move on to the next level, which is the campground. Now the campground, we have to lightning strike the tents, we have to extinguish the campfires, and there is a fanboy in this level, which is the 4th fanboy. So begin the level, there's a campfire right here. We'll strike both of these tents with our thunder. We can then move on and go forward and to the left. Once you're here, go down. And here you'll notice another campfire. You'll notice another tent. And you'll notice your fanboy right here. So make sure you water your fanboy. And we can then move on a little bit. Go back to the junction and go to the right. You'll notice a little fire right here on the cliff. We'll take that out. We'll then go to the right hand side here. There's a tent we can take care of. That should be all the tents. And a fire. We now have taken care of all of the fire. And then we can just end the level. There's a fun little optional objective as well for feeding the bear with the sheep. You can try to figure that out on your own if you so desire. I'd highly recommend just enjoying some of the levels too. Obviously, this is a video guide. We're trying to get you to 1,000 gamer score as fast as possible. After the campground, you can go to the right for an optional level, but we're going to go up instead, and we're going to go into this level. This is the Umbrella City high score level. As with all high score levels, we can just end them early to basically skip them. Another optional level if we go up, but we're going to go to the right instead, and this is the Office level. If you're a fan of the show The Office, you may find some fun Easter eggs here. I don't want to spoil too much. But we do have to complete this level, which is one of the longer levels in the game, probably. And so we will start off with just soaking all humans. You can kind of go over these little doors to get into people's office. You will need to do that. So just soak everyone available. This part's really easy. Everyone in the office does start kind of running around as soon as you start wreaking your havoc. So, you know, necessarily following this exactly how I do it isn't particularly useful. But after you complete episode 1, you will be doing episode 2. We will be delivering hot coffee to everyone. So go to the right-hand side into the kitchen, interact with the coffee pot here, and then you can now fill coffee cups. So there's one coffee cup in there, one coffee cup to the top right. In the far right, there's another coffee cup near this computer. There's another coffee cup right here next to this. And then there is not one in the bottom right. Make sure you get the one here. And then just kind of work your way in a circular motion around the entire office, filling all of the little coffee mugs. So there's a couple more here up near the top left. There's one here next to this dude. There is one here next to this dude. And when you're done, the level will end automatically, actually. Episode 3, we will have to make this chili boy spill the chili in one of the most epic moments of all of The Office history. It's a little fun Easter egg. Honestly, this game is just a lot of mindless, kind of stupid fun, and I'm all here for it. Last but not least, we have to start a fire. So all we need to do is create the oil cloud. To do that, go to the top right of the screen to make the oil. And then all you need to do is spill the oil and then lightning strike the oil to light it on fire. And then just create a path through the office of fire, and all of the humans will begin to evacuate. Once that happens, you're basically set. And that will be episode 4 completed. And we are now done the office level. We also got a little bit of a cup there as a reward, the world's best cloud. Optional level if we go up. If we go to the right, we have the weatherman level, which is a level we will need to do. We have to just not stop raining on the weatherman as our main objective. You can also soak some of the other humans and destroy cars. There will be a fanboy in this level, but otherwise, this is the weatherman who spawns directly underneath you. Just rain on him basically as much as you can. It's okay if you miss him for like a few seconds, but generally speaking, you want to rain on him as much as possible. You can destroy cars as a secondary objective if you want the extra cosmetic item. This level's a little bit on the longer end, but there's really nothing you can do to speed it up. He just goes on his natural path. When he picks up the umbrella, make sure you strike the umbrella out of his hands. You can see the fanboy kind of near the right of the screen here. We can't leave the weatherman alone for too long, so be quick. We grab the fanboy, and then we're gonna keep raining on the weatherman again. We're gonna destroy a car just for the hell of it. And then the weatherman will try to run away here. Try to run away again. And then he will continue on. And that's it. The weatherman made it. We did, I think you have to keep over 80% of his journey to be wet, and you could have gotten the other ones on the way. We can now end the level. After the weatherman level, this is a good point to mop up 2 of the fanboys that can be found in this kind of hub world. So what we'll do is we'll go kind of down towards where we came, and by the campground, you'll notice this large rock. Use your lightning to break it and find a fanboy inside. Then if we go back up to the weatherman level, which is this one, going to work, and go directly to the right, you'll end up in this field with another fanboy right here, which we'll take care of. We'll come back. We'll end up having to do this level, but grabbing these 2 fanboys right now isn't a bad idea. Then after going to work, you can go up and go to the restaurant level and end up in the restaurant level. And for this level, it's not too bad. We have to fill all the wine glasses with something gross, make a mess in the kitchen, and make the waiter drop the food. So as you start, go to the right-hand side, and we're gonna basically be going like all the way across the level into the washroom. And in the washroom is where you can find something gross. So make your way into the washroom and then go down and fill yourself up with this stuff right here. And then we'll make our way around. You can destroy the lights, which that's completely optional, but why not? And then start filling the glasses of every patron of this restaurant with something gross. Not every table has a glass, so, you know, be careful. Don't waste all of your liquid for literally no reason. Make your way around here. These people have a cup. These people have a cup. A couple more cups. And then we can move on back to one of the kind of more starting areas. You'll then have to go into the side room, make a puddle, and electrocute the box. That will turn the switch in the kitchen on. And then a couple more cups to fill up over here. This is the waiter, by the way. Just make the waiter lose the food by just spilling on him a little bit. Couple more cups to fill. And then once all the cups are filled, all we need to do is make a mess in the kitchen. So just rain your gross stuff on the power brick and then electrocute it, and you should be good. You can then end the level. Next up, we have a little bit of a boss level by going to the right-hand side. This is the pool party level. We will just need to complete the level. Don't get hit by the turret in the middle. And there is also a fanboy. This should be our 8th fanboy, which is half of them done. And then just keep going. So the fanboy is located kind of near the bottom left-hand corner. So grab them, and then all you need to do is just soak everyone you can and try your best not to get hit. Also, don't run out of water. Just take your time going around and don't waste water unnecessarily. There's a dude here in the bar as well that I missed. And then a couple people, this guy in the pool right here. And then I'm done, and I didn't get hit either, which is pretty useful. We can end the level and then continue on. From this level, just follow the path down to this level, which is a painting level. We don't need to actually paint anything at all, so just end the level and we can move on. In the next level, we will unlock a new ability, which is the snow ability. Just skip any of this extra stuff for time's sake. And we will unlock an achievement/trophy here called Chili. For unlocking the snow ability, you use the snow ability with the Y button, and you can turn humans into little snowballs by doing that. We can then move on to the next level here, which is this level. And what we need to do is we need to flip a car and turn all of the humans into snowballs. So just start by turning all the humans into snowballs by basically just snowing directly on them. You can still use your lightning, so use your lightning to scare any people who are kind of stuck and not really cooperating with you. And then you will need to also flip a car, so you can flip a car just by snowing on the road. And then a car will drive into it and flip. And then once you get all of the humans done here, I don't know if there's a human that's hiding somewhere. You can also use the left trigger to go into photo mode to like look around. So there is a human behind here that's just hiding. And once we turn them into a snowball, the level will end and we can continue on. For this level, go inside of the level. Start by using your lightning to break the fence. So we will just start by breaking the fence here. You don't need to break it completely, but break a decent amount. Then turn all of the humans into snowballs. Don't use too much of your snow if you don't need to. And once they are all snowballs, use the electricity to blow them off the side of the cliff here. And then once you do that, the level is completed. So you just have to throw them off the cliff. Break the fence, make them into snowballs, use the lightning. For here, we are going to go to the left path. The reason we're going to do that is because this is another high score level. And as with all high score levels, we are just going to end it early, as we don't really even have to play it. We can then go up to this level here, which is called the Quiet Mountain Town. We need to make the slider go into the pond, but there's also a Fanboy here. So from the start, kind of go to the left and follow the road kind of up and to the left. You'll see this truck here, and behind the truck, there's the I Love Clouds Fanboy, which we will grab. And then our main objective here is to make the sledders go into the pond. So you'll find the sledders not far from where we started, and they will be sledding down the hill. Just create a path of snow from the hill that leads into the pond. You know, it's not going to be perfect every time, but hopefully one of the sledders does easily make it. Be careful that you don't run out of snow too much here, but one of these guys will hopefully eventually make it into the pond, and when they do that, you can then end the level prematurely to move on. Then we have this level here, which is probably one of the longest levels in the game. This is a movie reference. The level's called It Came From the Sky. And what we need to do is we actually need to do all the objectives. So we need to raise an army of the undead. We need to lead 5 zombies out of the city. We need to deal $10,000 in damage. And we also need to do the kind of secret objective, which is for turning all 30 of the citizens into zombies. So we'll start by going here to the Toxic Cloud, and we will rain Toxic Cloud on the graves here to raise zombies from the dead. And try to just raise all of the zombies you can. And then now the zombies will follow you around everywhere you go around the level. So we're going to use them to destroy the city as well as convert all of the humans. So here there's a car, and you'll notice that if you go to a car, the zombies will attack it and they will destroy the car. It's kind of hard to see because I'm behind the building. When they destroy the car, you'll also get $1,000. And then we're also going to take, we're just going to lead the zombies to the humans, and they will turn these civilians into humans as well. So we're going to be going around the level. We're going to be causing destruction when possible. We're going to be converting humans, and then we'll lead a couple out of the city. This level is going to take probably like 5 minutes, to be honest. We'll unlock a chainsaw at the end of it, which we will need. Eventually, your toxic cloud will run out, which is completely fine. They will still follow you around, so don't worry. Just make sure you don't leave any humans behind. Another human here, another vehicle to break. Just to raise those funds up a little bit more. Make sure you don't leave anything behind. Sometimes there's humans kind of hiding behind stuff. We'll grab this guy here. We'll grab these two cars here on the left-hand side for money purposes. We can grab this guy over here. And then we'll go to the left here. There's a little kind of secret path. We saw this from the other place we went, but there's going to be 3 civilians here, which we'll need to turn. Don't worry. Once you reach about half, I think, is when the actual objective will come up on your on the left-hand side. Here, there's these 2 officers. Just lightning strike them to move them out of the way, and then the zombies will consume them. And then don't forget to take out these 2 SWAT cars. That should easily get us to the 10,000 mark. There's more cars if you need to, but we'll kind of ignore cars for now as we have enough money. A couple more civilians over here by the Mega Mall. A couple more cars if you still need that cash. At this point, you should have like half the civilians. It says I'm at 15. Don't go down. Instead, go up. And this will bring us to kind of the beach area where the most of the civilians actually hang out. I think literally half of them are up here. So we're just going to lead our clouds to capture as many of these civilians as possible. And hopefully by the time we're done with the beach, we'll have all 30 here. And that's now we have all 30 civilians. All we need to do is lead the zombies out of town, which is down near the bottom. So we go down from the beach, past the Mega Mall, keep going down, and you'll end up at this barricade here. We need to light this barricade on fire and destroy it. To do that, just grab some of this oil over here. Where's the oil? There it is. Somewhere over here. Ah, there it is. On the left-hand side, sorry. And all we need to do is connect the oil with the fire, and then we will try to burn down this barricade. And once we do that, the zombies will be able to pass through now. We can continue walking downward. We can use the fire extinguisher to cleanse ourselves if we need to. And then there's another SWAT checkpoint here, which will use our lightning to disrupt so our zombies can come through. And then just continue going down. And you have led 5 zombies out of the town and completed the level. And in the bottom right corner, you'll notice that we unlocked the chainsaw decor. We're going to equip that decor now by clicking on the back button. We're going to go to decor. We're going to go to accessories. Use that left stick to select the chainsaw. Confirm it, and then go to exit. Now we're going to go back to the office level as a point of reference here. So go kind of down where we came from into the city, and then you'll end up here at this level called the office, and then go to the level above it. This one right here with the beds. Go inside of this level, and the achievement should automatically unlock as soon as you start. And this will be the Texan, which is obviously a Texas Chainsaw Massacre little Easter egg there. And if we go and do a quick achievement check, we are at 120 out of 1,000, 6 out of 22. I know we're not making great progress, but there are a lot of achievements worth 100 that we kind of get near the end of our playthrough. We can now end the level. And from here, we can kind of continue where we left off by going back to the little graveyard level, and then to the level past that. So we're just gonna head up here, past Off the Edge, past the Quiet Mountain Town, and then we're gonna go to the right-hand side, and this is a little bit of a breakout game. And what we need to do is clear all the blocks, and what we wanna do is just put snow all over the kind of bottom of the play area, and then use the lightning strike to start moving the actual ball back and forth. And what we need to do is get the ball to move at least 200 meters per second in order to get the gotta go fast achievement. And then from here, all you want to do is basically just beat the level and the main objective of the level. So the main objective of the level is to clear all of the blocks. It could take you a couple of tries for sure, especially with the last couple blocks. They do take a while and a couple of good hits. The additional bonus objective is for not losing a ball, which personally I think is like almost impossible. But just take your time working through the level and make sure you get your main objective completed, and make sure you got that gotta go fast achievement on the way there. This last block is going to be a little bit of a pain. Obviously, I'm basically bouncing everywhere around it, but not quite hitting it. And then that's about it. The ball does respawn in a slightly different position every time, so you want to keep that in mind. It does kind of change where it's going to go each time. But otherwise, you just add some snow to make the ball move even faster, and then when you're done, you can end the level early, and we can now move on. That is a high score level, but I decided to beat it just because we needed to play it anyways, and unlocking the main objective allows us to play the next level, which is this one right here. This is the news channel level. There's a little bit of a cutscene that we are going to skip. This level is a little bit complicated, but hopefully not too bad. Just go forward as soon as you spawn, and you'll notice that there is a channel changer in this back room, and you can use your lightning strike to change the channels. So I'm going to strike here first. This will basically allow me to use the green screen to see exactly where I am, but it doesn't really matter. Just keep clicking the button until one of the objectives in the top left corner lights up, and that means that you are now centered on the weatherman. Now that we've centered on the weatherman, I'm going to go and show you the Fanboy location. The Fanboy location is right here in this corner of the room, not far from where the weather is. Then what we can do is snow on the weatherman to create a snowball, and then use your lightning to push the weatherman back to where we started and where we spawned. There's a hallway by where we spawned, and that hallway is connected to a staircase. And what we need to do is roll him down the staircase. Just take your time. There's a couple of tight fits and a couple of, desks and stuff we need to work our way around. But if you just take your time, you should eventually be able to get him through without too much of an issue, I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm obviously struggling a little bit more than I would like, but there we go. Just a little bit past these desks, past the next door. I also triggered some bonus objective here, which you absolutely don't need, but why not? If you're playing along, you might as well get it too. Push the weatherman down the staircase and he'll continue all the way down to unlock that objective. And then all you need to do is do the weather report. So with the weather channel still on, just stand in front of the green screen to do the weather, and then you will be done the level. So you have to be on the right channel. You have to throw the weatherman down the stairs, and then you have to sit in front of the camera at the weather station. From that level, we can move forward to the next level. This is a little bit of a boss level. It's not too hard, but there are a couple of objectives. Destroy all the turrets, don't run out of water, and escape. You can run out of water by using all of your water or by taking damage. So all we're gonna do is we are going to snow on the rails where the turrets are. This will take them out. You can also just hit them really hard if you want. It's up to you. Push this button. This will reveal the turret in front of us, and hopefully you're a little bit better at dodging than I am. Take out that second turret, two turrets right in front of us here that we're also gonna take out, and then we're gonna continue moving on with the level. And then there will be 3 turrets in this next little checkpoint, 1 in front of us, 2 to the side. Just take your time. Hopefully you don't make too many mistakes. And then just take out the turrets as well. We will technically need to do this level without getting hit later on. You can practice if you want, but you can't get the achievement until later anyways. And I will show you a really easy trick that makes this basically the easiest achievement in the game, but I'll talk about that later when it's appropriate, unless you want to do it the hard way. This level's pretty easy to do without getting hit anyways. We can then move on to the next level by going up. We will unlock our next ability. Once inside the level, we will learn the Tornado ability, which we can use by using X, and this will also unlock the Windy achievement for us for unlocking the Tornado. You hold X and the Tornado just gathers things for you, basically. You can't move too quickly, and the range of effect isn't too large. After unlocking the Tornado, I'm going to show you 2 Fanboys and a missable achievement. There's a Fanboy right here, directly above the Tornado level. If we then go directly left from that all the way to the very end of the island, you'll notice that there is a very large rock kind of near the corner here. I'm coming up on it right here. Lightning strike this rock. It will reveal a cat inside. This cat will talk to you. Go through the dialogue and you will unlock an achievement after that dialogue, as you see on screen. This is the achievement cat. Don't you wish more games had an achievement cat? From the achievement cat, head directly south. You'll find this small island here with yet another Fanboy. We've basically done everything in the hub world we can. So there was 4 Fanboys and that cat. And then we can now just kind of continue on with more levels. In case you were wondering, there are exactly 50 levels in this game. But we don't actually do all of them. We probably do only around maybe 42 of them or so. But then we're going to go to the next level. This is Tornado Call. Just use your Tornado to gather objects inside of this red circle in the bottom left corner. So just grab little desks, tables, chairs, signs, computer screens, humans, and just put them all in this corner. It says you have to get everything, but I don't think you actually have to get everything. You just got to get the majority of things. This level's really easy, but we'll give you a little bit of practice with that Tornado ability. Once you get that main objective done, you can end the level, and then we'll be moving on. The next level is the one to the left of us. This is the At the Cafe level, where we will help Grandma shop. However, the main objective of this is completely optional, so we're actually not going to do this mission at all. However, we're going to go down into the left to the very bottom, where we can find a Fanboy at this level, which we'll make sure to rain on, and then we can just end the level and not do the grocery list at all. With that level out of the way, go down and to the left. The next level is the Dust Devil Crossroads level. And there's another Fanboy here. We've gotten a lot of Fanboys in rapid succession. So begin the level and then just go to the right and then follow the train tracks up. And here you'll spot the Fanboy. The only thing is just use your snow on them, as raining in this level is an instant fail state. If we just snow on them, they'll turn into a snowball and it'll count anyways, and then we can actually continue the level. So what we need to do for this level is we need to gather all of the cows. So there's 5 of them inside of the train. So there's a cow right next to the train tracks. Then there is 2 cows kind of right outside of the train tracks right here by where we spawned. We'll grab those 2 as well. Just don't move too fast or else it's very easy to lose them, and they should kind of magnetize on the train car anyways. Then you'll see these, what are these called? Weather vanes? And we need to adjust all of them to point north. So I just pointed that one north by where we spawned. There are 3 weather vanes. One of them is also going to be here to the left on top of this kind of side barn. And then there's going to be another one here in the last pen with the cows. Once you adjust all 3 of them north, that should complete that objective. And then just take the final 2 cows and then move them to the train. Try to take your time and try not to pick up too much junk on the way. Also, try not to disturb the weather vane that you set at the very beginning of the level. Sometimes it can get readjusted as you fly by it, so make sure you don't accidentally do that. Stack the 2 cows in, and then just double check on your objectives to make sure that you have the cows and the weather vanes, and we can end the level early. Obviously, don't forget about that Fanboy as well. Then what we can do is proceed to the next level up and to the left. This is the moon level. So this one's really easy. All you want to do is, as soon as you start, use your tornado on the astronaut just to your right hand side. And then you want to pick them up and move them into the canyon just to the right of them. The other objective is pretty easy. Just move up. You'll find this crater. Fill the crater with a decent chunk of water. You don't need to fill it up all the way. And then just to the left of this crater, there is a rover. Shock the rover with your lightning and then pick it up using your tornado. And it should be now lit on fire, and then throw it into the crater. Because of the low gravity, it can be a little bit hard. But once it's inside the crater, fill the crater completely with water. And then this should complete the objective fully. I don't know if the fire part at the bottom of the rover needs to touch the water or not, but Just fill it with water and make sure it's lit, and that should complete both of our main objectives. You can then end the level and we will be moving on. Now the next thing is the level directly above us right here is the do not move level. This is where we can idle for 1 hour and get the achievement called time to spare. But if you move, the level itself fails instantly. I'm not going to show you it right now as I think it's best left as the last achievement you need. But make sure that if you are idling, you plug your controller in as so it doesn't turn off. And if you do need to touch your controller, make sure you press RB as to not end the level. So instead, we're going to ignore that level and then move on to the next actual level. This is the museum level. This one's not too bad. There is the Mona Lisa near the middle, or the Mona Clouda, I guess. And what we need to do is break the glass by picking up some of these objects and then smashing it into the glass. I like to pick up these blocks on the left-hand side here, and then just smash them back and forth a little bit, and this should pick up the Mona Lisa. You can then pick it up and try to move on. There is an optional objective for not getting caught by the alarm, which I think I'm gonna try to do here, but we'll see how it works out. Unfortunately, with how many objects are flying around with me, like the doors and everything, it's really hard not to get caught by the lasers, unfortunately. But once you're in the final room here with the Mona Lisa, grab the heavy ball, and then you're basically just gonna pick it up and throw it into the wall like a bowling ball almost. And this should break the wall. It's a little bit hard to get the hang of. Just get a little bit of momentum and then let it go. This should break the wall, and then just take the Mona Lisa with you and exit the level to complete the 2 main objectives, and it should automatically end on its own at this point. From the Mona Lisa level, go directly to your left. This will start the next level where we can help the granny again. There is no main objective, but there is a fanboy. So go directly up and then rain on the fanboy. And because there is no main objective, we can actually just end this level right away and move on to the next one without worrying about anything here. So rain on the fanboy and end the level. We can then move on to the next level to the left of it. This is the dinosaur level. You will begin to rain craters, or meteors rather, down on the dinosaurs, and you need to take out all 15 of them. This level is super simple. Just hold A to keep raining and find all 15 dinosaurs. When you hit a dinosaur, it'll kind of go into like a ragdoll physics mode. That's how you know it's been taken care of. There are a couple of dinosaurs that like to hang out in like a hidden area near the bottom right-hand corner. If you do find yourself struggling to find the last dinosaur, feel free to either restart the mission or use the left trigger to go into photo mode. And once you're in photo mode, you can basically do like a free pan across the map just using like first-person view. That might help you find the last dinosaur if you are struggling. All right, so from the dinosaur level, go directly up, and here there is a little bit of a pretty easy turret level. So just skip past the little cutscene here, and this one's not too bad. You're gonna want to bait the turret into shooting you, but once it shoots you, let it shoot these blue kind of canisters or tanks nearby, and we need to destroy all 4 of the canisters, which will disable the shield in the back. So you don't actually have to bait it as hard as I did, where you kind of make it shoot at you and then move the last second. But once the shield is done, you want to try to bait it so that it shoots you at this orange line right here. And this will basically, the orange blocks are a lot less heavy than the black box. And once you shoot the orange boxes a few times, they should kind of move out of the way. And then you can just go through the crack, and this will end the level. And we are very close to the end of the game, and the end of all the achievements as well. From there, head directly north, and we will be doing a wave-based tower defense game, and this by far is the longest level in the game. I think it's almost 10 minutes, and unfortunately, we will need to do it twice. We need to do it in New Game Plus mode without getting hit, so right now is good practice. What you want to do as soon as you start is try to make a line of snow at the very front, which is the right-hand side. That's where all the enemies will be attacking. And then pick up your water from the river whenever you need it, And feel free to build all of these hedges as well to block the houses. That is also another great line of defense, just in case. So the first wave is super easy. All the monsters will die to just the snow itself. And then what we want to do is grow all the hedges, and starting in wave 2 and after wave 2 for the rest of the waves, the monsters will need to be shocked using the lightning. The lightning will remove any snow on the ground, but the snow will either slow them down, or in some instances, depending on the type of enemy, it will destroy them. But you want to try to keep the snow active whenever you can, and build up those hedges and make sure they keep built up, and then just use your lightning strike to take care of them as much as possible. In the coming waves, there will be other aids you'll get that will help you, that'll make it easier and easier. You'll also get a decent amount of time in between waves. So here you see that wave 3 is starting, and we're gonna get a turret. So hold X to use your tornado, and then bring that turret to basically the middle right in front of the hedges. And then this turret has a decent range of effect where it'll shoot any enemies that kind of are in front of it. It doesn't shoot too fast, so you definitely don't want to rely on it, but it'll definitely help you. And you can rely on it if there's only going to be kind of one enemy in front of it. So you can see it going to work here. But if there are any enemies that aren't within its range, you definitely want to manually take them out with your lightning, or hope that your snow does the job for you. And that's going to be wave 3. So I'm not sure if I really mentioned exactly this, but you will need to do this level twice. So there is an HP bar in the top left corner, and that is the HP of the city of Seattle. And we need to make sure we finish this with 100% health. We will not unlock an achievement on this playthrough, but once we beat the game, we can come back to this level and play it again. And if we do it in New Game Plus without getting hit, we will unlock an achievement. So that's kind of what we're going to be practicing for. It's not a huge deal if you get hit right now, but obviously you don't want to waste time later on when we have to do it again. Overall, this mode is pretty simple, even if it seems kind of complicated. In wave 4, you'll get a larger monster to spawn, and you just want to shock it with your lightning and then let the turret shoot it to disable it. This tall monster can also shoot you, which will take out the health of your cloud, but that doesn't count as the health of the city. It will just make it so that you don't have snow or water or whatever other ability you need. You can also tornado if you want, although I didn't find it particularly useful in my opinion. Maybe to bring enemies closer to each other later on, it could help, but I didn't really see that as a viable strategy. Wave 5 will start. Make sure you fill up the water, rebuild any hedges you need. I didn't do a great job of that. And then once wave 5 starts, you'll also be granted the new ability. This is the Tesla coil, and the Tesla coil is pretty self-explanatory. You can move it, and then once you move it, you can shock it with your lightning, and it'll do an area of effect. I would just try to move it as close to the turret as you can near the middle, but because of the snow and the way the hedges are built, it doesn't let you sometimes, especially when some of the trees get in the way. So just try to move it right next to the turret if you can, but if you can't, it doesn't have to be in a great place. Just put it in a place where you think some enemies will come every now and again and where it could help you. We'll end up stacking up all of our turrets later on anyways. Wave 5 is actually not that bad at all. But there will be enemies that come in large groups, and if there's a large group of enemies, that's where it's going to want you to use the Tesla coil. You can also pick it up with the tornado and just move it to the group of enemies if you want, if you find that easier, but it's completely up to you how you end up playing this. Watch out for the large enemy. The large enemy is also a one hit if you hit it with the Tesla coil, so that's pretty useful right there. Couple of stragglers, which the hedges will save just in case. And then that's more or less the end of wave 5, and we can move on to wave 6. I'm going to rebuild my little snow line. I'm going to make sure to rebuild all of my hedges that I can, and I'm also going to take my second turret now. And again, I'm going to put it somewhere near the middle-ish, but maybe not right next to the other turret. Because of their range of effect, you don't want to have them basically stacked on top of each other. So the top turret's going to take care of the top enemies. The middle turret can take care of some of the middle enemies. The Tesla coil is a good backup near the bottom. And then me as the cloud is just going to kind of go back and forth and take any obvious enemies here. Again, these tall guys will shoot you and damage your cloud itself. But As long as you're not damaging the city, you're fine. They can't actually damage the city unless they literally reach the houses on the left side of the screen. So even if it looks like they're shooting in the distance, they won't be damaging the city at all either. If you do run out of cloud health, it's actually not that huge of a deal, but definitely refill when you can. Rebuild those hedges, take care of your turrets and your enemies and your Tesla coil, and that should pretty easily hopefully bring you to wave 7. This is really about as hard as it gets, in my opinion. It doesn't really get too much harder, but you know, maybe some people will struggle. I'm not sure. I would say that although this is technically involved, if you are an actual like gamer and you understand the mechanics of tower defense, it really isn't that difficult at all. Then we'll get another Tesla coil here. We'll pick that up and basically just move it somewhere where you think it'll be useful. I'm gonna move it here because I can't get it behind this turret, this other turret. So I move the turret a little bit further, try to line up the Tesla coil where I think a lot of enemies will come. Rebuild the line of snow, refill my health, and now I have a few seconds left over before wave 7. Wave 7 isn't too bad either. I think there are 9 total waves, and then there's, I don't know, there's technically like a 10th wave, but I don't think any enemies actually spawn in it. Anyways, wave 7 is just a little bit faster, a little bit more enemies, so try to stay on top of them when you can. Your turrets will help when they can. Use your Tesla coils if you think you need them, and just be safe. Try to make sure that the enemy that makes it the furthest doesn't make it that far at all, and just stay on top of it. If they do start making it past some stuff, you really want to focus on those enemies that start making it a little deeper, especially past the first line of defense, which are the turrets, the Tesla coil, and the first line of hedges. Any enemy that makes it past that, you definitely want to make your #1 priority right away. Now wave 8 will start. Now when wave 8 starts, you'll be warned of a strange formation. We have a solid like 30 seconds here. We'll also get our 3rd turret, which I'm just gonna kind of put in the middle. I'm gonna basically stack all of my objects near the middle. This is kind of like a little bit of a boss waves coming up. So the bosses all kind of come right up the middle, so that's where we're gonna kind of stack all of our attention. We do want the Tesla coils not like perfectly in the middle, just in case there is some movement on the sides. We can grab that as well. But put the snow, realign your hedges, put all of your turrets near the middle, and then just sit near the middle and wait for the tall enemies to come in. And then just start going at them. Your turrets will help you a lot here, but you definitely want to, you know, use your lightning strikes and your Tesla coils if you need them. You know, some of the enemies can get a little bit too close for comfort. And that should be wave 8, which was very simple, as long as you add your 3 turrets, your 2 Tesla coils, and whatever else. Realign your front line with snow if you need it for wave 9. Wave 9 is the final wave, the final boss. And the final boss is just one enemy that runs right up the middle. So that's where we're gonna stack pretty much all of our turrets and Tesla coils. And we're just going to continue lightning striking this enemy, letting our turrets do as much damage. And really, it shouldn't even make it past the first set of bushes if done correctly. So don't stress out. Don't be, you know, don't get worried or anything. But if you are going for that final achievement where you're not taking any damage, then you definitely want to take notice as to how this works. Just keep lightning striking it. Use your Tesla coil to do the range of effect, and then just keep damaging it until it falls over completely. Don't worry about the bullets that it shoots off in the distance. These actually aren't damaging your city. Your city won't take damage unless it reaches the actual city line. Then don't end the level prematurely. Instead, let the level completely play out, and then it will end naturally. And again, you will not receive the achievement for completing this without taking damage until New Game Plus. So we'll redo that level. After you protect the city, you can go through all of these little cutscenes, and then you can just move directly up. And then this is pretty much the final level directly in front of us. So head up and then go inside. Now this is the parade level, and your last fanboy should be here. So just begin the level. We'll have to release the giant balloons, destroy the flamingo float, and those are our 2 main objectives. And I'll make sure to grab the fanboy as well. So take care of the 2 people with the hot dog. The hot dog will fly away. Continue down the road and there will be a pizza. Take care of the people carrying the pizza and that'll fly away. Then there's the flamingo, which we will want a lightning strike. Destroy the bushes on both sides, destroy the speakers in the back, and then destroy the border on the outside of the flamingo float, which is a little less obvious. I actually struggled here a little bit figuring out what exactly I was missing. So destroy the edges of the flamingo float, then move on a little bit further, and the hamburger, let them release the hamburger. And then there is your I Love Clouds fanboy right here on the far right-hand corner. Water them, and this should be your last fanboy. Your achievement should unlock right then and there. Mine won't unlock on screen because of how I filmed this series. I filmed it between multiple accounts, so that's why you didn't really see it unlock. But your fanboy achievement should unlock there. It sometimes is like 20 to 30 seconds delayed, but that is the end of the parade level, and we can then move up and go to the fin level, which is basically the credits of the game. You will unlock the achievement called Winner Is You for beating the game. And I think at this point, if you did an achievement check, you'd be somewhere around 430 gamer score, although don't quote me on that exactly. We are very far in the video, I know, but don't worry, we're gonna be unlocking achievements at an excruciatingly fast pace once we get into New Game Plus here. So feel free to skip the credits and then continue, and you will now be in the You Beat the Game edition. And when you press A, you will have a Start Plus. This basically just allows you to replay a bunch of the levels however you desire with new objectives on them as well. So you should spawn by the wedding, and we'll go to the third level, which is the beach. And what we need to do in the New Game Plus objective on the beach is to not use any water. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the tornado to scoop up as many of the humans as possible. And then we're just going to give them a good old toss in the water. And do not get hit by the sun. If you get hit by the sun, it technically counts as using water because it takes away your health. So just make sure you completely stay nice and dry by not raining. Use the tornado to scoop up all of the humans into the water. Don't get hit by the sun. This should unlock the New Game Plus objective and unlock your achievement called Beach Party. We can then end the level and move on to the next one. We're going to be unlocking like one achievement every minute here. So we're going to move up the board here past the mosh pit. We're going to move past the farm. And we're going to go into the Cloudbuster Canyon. And we need to complete the Cloudbuster Canyon without getting hit under the amount of time. I'm actually going to show you how to do this, and you're free to follow along, but I'm also going to explain how you can do this way more easily. If you just spawn and then hold the A and Y button, you will rain and do snow at the same time. And this will just take down your health all the way. And if you just run out of rain before the clock ends at 0 and you don't get hit by anything, the achievement and trophy will actually unlock for you. I don't know if this is by design, and I don't know if the dev plans on fixing this. So for this level, it's up to you how you do it. I showed you how to beat it, but if you want, you can just spawn, use all of your rain, and you will get the Canyon Master achievement for beating the level without getting hit and under the time limit. I'll actually be doing that for a few more levels that are a little bit more difficult. We'll then move up and we will go to the Via del Dryspell boss battle, and there are 2 achievements we can grab here. The first achievement is for using the tornado to make everyone wet. Try not to get hit by the turret at all, but basically just move around the level and use your tornado to throw people into the pool and make sure they all get wet. I do believe I do it within the allotted time, but I'm not sure if that's actually necessary to do. There's also a fanboy near the bottom left corner, which doesn't count for this necessarily, but that's it. Pool party, everybody in the pool. So use your tornado to do that. Feel free to throw in the fanboy for just for extra fun. And that should complete the level, which we can now end. But there's actually one more achievement we can grab in this level. So you can end the level and then play it again, or just press retry, up to you. So go back into the level now, and we will need to complete this level without getting hit in the amount of time that is at the top of the screen. This one's really, really easy in my opinion. Just work your way in a circular motion, dodging the turret, making sure to rain on as many people as you can. I believe the Cloud fanboy does count for this one. And with plenty of time left over, you should be done. and another achievement will unlock here. This one is called Pool Crasher for not getting hit and completing the level within the time limit. And we are now ready to move on to yet another level. I told you we'd be unlocking stuff very, very quickly. From this level, we can actually move to the next level, which is very close by, just up and to the left above the fancy restaurant. And this is the DreamQuack level. As soon as it starts, it's a high score level. So we're actually gonna just pause the level and then end the level. Nothing will happen right away, but just end the level. And then what you can do is you can press back to go to the decor menu. Once in the decor menu, go to the top left corner where you'll now see an arcade machine that wasn't there before. Rain on that and you'll enter into a first person shooter game. And we have to not pick up any ammo. So the best way to do that is to pause the game and end the level. This will unlock yet another achievement for getting the gravity gun. Once we complete DreamQuack and get the gravity gun, we can move north, and the level we're going for is the museum, which can be found right here. So go inside the museum level, and we need to do the New Game Plus objective, which is for stealing all of the paintings. This sounds difficult. It is not. Just use your tornado and then rub yourself up against these walls to start stacking all of the paintings. It is a little bit difficult to grab all of them at once, so it's probably best that you do 2 trips like me. I will have to do 2 trips because some of the paintings just get left behind, especially when you pull the doors with you through the through this alarm little place. So just take them here. I'm gonna leave them, and then we're gonna try to break the wall. We've thrown as many paintings as we could through, and we're gonna go back and try to pick up all of the paintings we forgot. If for whatever reason you're having like really big trouble with this, a painting might have gotten lost somewhere in the walls or something. So you would just want to end and retry the level and just try again and count the paintings out if you really need to. Move the paintings past the finish line. And once you do that, it should finish off the level and unlock yet another achievement here for you. Hopefully a trophy as well, called Master Thief. You can now end the level and we will do the next thing. From the museum, we're gonna go for level 50, which is one of the final levels in the game. You can find it right here in the top left corner next to the parade, and it is this white square. Rain on it to head inside. And don't worry about any of the objectives at all. Just continue left and forward, go past Emmy. Press B to end the conversation, and then keep going and you will find Dane, who is in a block of his own, kind of out here in space, and just use your tornado to scoop him up. This will quote unquote break the game, shoot you back to the main menu, and get you another achievement worth 50 gamer score for breaking the game. Once that happens, you'll be shot back to the main menu like I said. Go back to press Start Plus to restart the game. And I don't know exactly where you'll spawn, but for me, I spawned back at level 50. If you want to do a quick achievement check, we're at 780 out of 1,000. Now, unfortunately, the next thing I'll need to do is I need to do the Seattle defense level, and you need to complete this level without taking any damage to the HP bar in the top left corner. I'm not going to show the entire playthrough again, as it is mostly the exact same as what we did last time. But if you complete it, which takes about 10 minutes without taking any damage, you will unlock yet another achievement / trophy. If you do need a little bit of advice, or you'd like following the voiceover from before, just rewind the video a little bit and find the part where I talked about it, and then you can follow along. Complete it, and you'll get a 100 gamer score called Such Strategy for not letting Seattle take any damage during this section. Only a couple more things to go here, and they are super easy. So just end the level, and what we want to do is we can go to the level to the left of Dryspell Gates, and this is the secret lair level. This is supposed to be the hardest achievement in the game. It's for infiltrating the base without getting hit in the amount of time, but you can cheese it completely by just holding A and raining, and use all of the rain until you hit 0, and it will for some reason give you both of the New Game Plus objectives, and the achievement will unlock. If this does ever get patched, I will leave a YouTube comment down below to let you know. And if it does get patched, you will need to do this level legit by actually going through it, not getting hit within the amount of time. and that should get you an achievement nonetheless. And we can now move on, and we're going to do that another time. We're going to now head to all the way to the right of the screen, and we're going to do the other boss level, which is a lot easier, but we're going to use the cheese method anyways. I believe, I forget what this level's called. I guess we'll find out once we get there. The Bowels of my Dryspell. We need to complete this level also within the time limit without taking damage, or you can just hold A and Y to rain and snow. And once you are completely out, you will obviously complete the New Game Plus objectives of beating it without getting hit within the time. And another achievement will unlock here. If for whatever reason they do patch it, I'll let you know in the comments down below, and you'll have to do it legit, but it's really not that hard. The last achievement you have left is probably this one, which is a secret achievement. Go up and to the top left, and you will find the Do Not Move level. At this point, go into the level, plug your controller in, or else it will disconnect every 15 minutes. And then just sit there and wait for 1 hour, which is when you reach 3,600 points. If you do need to touch your controller in order to like resync it because it disconnected, use the RB button to do that. It won't disrupt the gameplay. The achievement will unlock, and hopefully you have your 1,000 as I do on screen. Do not forget to drop a like on this video if you found it helpful. Feel free to subscribe for more content similar to this. Leave a comment and share the video with a friend. A super special thank you to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you soon. Peace.